The news is filled with headlines lately about a Super El Nino, which is a very specific weather pattern. And as a gardener, we very much work with what the weather is giving us. So you may be wondering if this Super El Nino is going to impact your garden season this year. And that's what I want to take you through today. If you're new here, my name is Bree from Urban Gardening Canada, and I garden in Ottawa's Zone 5. Before we get into how El Nino is going to affect your garden this year, let's quickly talk about what an El Nino is. El Nino is a periodic weather pattern in the Pacific Ocean that alters winds and features higher than average weather temperatures and water temperatures in the eastern and central Pacific Ocean. A super El Nino is when those water temperatures are actually 2 degrees above the average temperature, and that's when it becomes a super El Nino. So now the question is, will it affect your garden this season? And the really quick and short answer is no, it likely won't. And that's because this Super El Nino is coming in the next few months. It hasn't quite started yet. So it's actually going to affect our winter here in Canada and the US, which means that we are going to see warmer weather, less snow. And what this is actually going to do is potentially affect our garden season next year, because when we have less snowpack, that means that we are going to have less water melting off in the springtime, and it can potentially affect our water usage for next year, as well as lead to higher forest fires. What it does mean, though, is that for anyone that's on the other side of the world, such as Australia or Indonesia, when it is our winter, it is your summer, and that means that you are going to have higher than average temperatures, potential droughts, and wildfires. And also, even in India, it's going to affect the monsoon rains, and that means less water for you as well. So although it doesn't affect us this summer specifically and our garden season this year, what the problem is that with the rising global temperatures from the climate crisis, it means that we are going to have a Super El Nino on top of a climate crisis that we are at levels we've never been to before. So although we've seen Super El Ninos in the past, in the late 1990s and in the early 2010s, those were different times because those Super El Ninos weren't on top of the rising global temperatures that we are currently experiencing. So we won't necessarily see anything outrageous this summer. However, you should already be seeing unusual weather patterns this spring already. For example, yesterday we got hail across Ottawa, and tomorrow we are going to be getting a potential record-breaking low pressure system coming through southern Ontario. This is a record-breaking or unusual weather system that's happening every second day, and that's just in southern Ontario. So what does it look like in your area that you're growing in? Are you experiencing droughts already this year? Are you experiencing higher than average rain? There is going to be new challenges that we are experiencing every single year with our garden, whether there's a Super El Nino coming or not, and that is purely because of the climate crisis that we're experiencing. One thing that I did want to suggest that you can work with in order to deal with the potential of what's coming with this El Nino, but also just what is our baseline that we are living through now. And that is to add this one specific tool to your yard, and that is to add in hoops into your garden the way that I have on here. This is a tool that kind of bridges the gap whether you're experiencing a drought or you are experiencing heavy rain, because these hoops can be used for either one of them. So here in Ottawa, we have been getting a ton of rain. Every single year that I've lived here over the past 4 years, we get massive rainfall warnings, except for last year where we got a drought and it was the worst since 2012. You can't predict how your entire summer is going to go in your own city. The weather prediction centers can only do so much. They tend to look at the larger view. So oftentimes we'll get, this is what Ontario is getting, or this is what Eastern Ontario is getting, and we don't quite get specific to Ottawa. So you can look at what the weather was last week or next week, but it's not a guarantee on how your weather is going to be in July or August. So having something like these hoops is going to be a great tool, whether you get a drought or you get a lot of rainfall. As long as these stay installed in your garden here, you can switch up the tool that's on top of them depending on the weather that you're getting and the forecast you're getting that week. So for example, if you know you're getting hail or a severe thunderstorm warning happens, then you can throw up shade cloth, insect netting, or poly on top of your gardens, because that's going to protect your plants from hail. And hail is really, really damaging on our gardens, and you can't really come back from really heavy hail damage. If it's like golf ball size, ping pong ball size, or even quarter size, those can be really damaging. But by putting up poly on top of these structures, it'll help. Especially if you have the cross pieces that I have specifically on this garden, it helps push that if you get hit from above, it's going to create that extra structure on top compared to if there's just plain hoops. Now, if the opposite happens and you are experiencing a drought, these hoops are great because you can put shade cloth on top of them, and that shade cloth is going to lower the temperatures on your plants by providing shade, and it's also going to lower the temperatures on your soil. That means you're going to reduce the evaporation that's happening in your soil, so that way they don't dry out as fast and they don't get too hot, because it is possible for it to get too hot for plants. So although the Super El Nino isn't necessarily going to affect our gardens this season, we are still living through something completely different that is our new baseline. And by having tools like this, it means that you can be prepared for if the Super El Nino comes, or if you are just getting really bad weather. And from here on in, you also need to start making sure that you are building your garden like this, where it's already set up for these weather patterns, and making your garden more resilient. There are certain things that you can be doing that means that your garden is prepared for whatever type of weather forecast is coming for you. And again, the hoops is one of like the biggest key steps that you can be doing that's going to help the damage from a storm that rolls in unexpectedly. And if you are interested in learning on other ways to make your garden more resilient, my website is full of a lot of sustainability articles on teaching you how you can build a stronger garden. And I also have a course on my website that teaches you how to build that strong, resilient garden that can withstand the wind, the hail, the rain, the droughts, and all of those things. Whether you garden in containers, in raised beds, or in the ground, all of these tips are going to work for you. There's workbooks in there as well, just to help you walk around your garden and assess if you are prepared for these weather events that are coming. Otherwise, this was just meant to be a really quick video, so that way you can get some more knowledge on how this weather pattern can affect your garden and what you can do to prepare for it. So I hope that you did find this video useful, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and check out this video here. Bye.